Let's
Okay.
find out.
Let's find out. I want to do one right off the bat, Troy. How I almost joined the CIA.
Me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Boy.
I flipped the tables.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start.
This is a
How I
crazy one.
almost how I almost joined the CIA. Not me, my brother. Troy, go.
Yeah. M I was going through a divorce, and I didn't wanna live anymore, and I thought, "What's a great way to die?" I was like, "Joining the CIA would be cool."
So what happens?
Well, I applied, and then they got back with me and told me what I would be good at.
What they say?
They said that you would be really good at analyzing photographs and maps, photo and map analysis. And I thought, I think you're right. I still think that's accurate.
Yeah.
So they interviewed me. I think it was the FBI that did it, actually. And they told me, "Well, we're gonna investigate you, and then we'll get back with you." And I think they followed me around everywhere. It made me extremely paranoid, but I didn't get the gig.
So what happened in the end?
What happened was they did tell me that you're probably gonna go to Kiev, Ukraine. I'm like, "Where? I don't speak Kievish," which is Russian, I think they
Right.
speak, and they asked me if I had a problem with that. I said, "No, but yeah, I would have had a problem with that."
Mm,
And then it just all petered away. I didn't have a driver's license because I got a couple of DUIs, and that was kinda my way. I was thinking, "Well, if I get a job with the government, they'll give me my driver's license back."
okay, now let's discuss. Let's ask. Okay, in the end, because I remember one time when you told me this story that there was some hint in the end that maybe this was some kind of gag. Is there any way the story has that element to it?
Yeah, well, it might have been me just being paranoid, and they
What do you know
told
actually happened? You actually applied.
I actually
How did you
applied.
do that? Where did you apply?
I applied online.
Like CIA?
Yeah, this is government
Okay.
gov dot something or dot
Okay. So you went to
gov.
one of those and it said CIA, whatever, and you said, okay.
Yeah, and I applied for a job, and then it's kinda weird. I was in a bar in Bismarck, and these people approached me and said, "We wanna talk to you." Like, "Okay." And I went to this booth, and I was this old man and this older man didn't say a word, and this monstrous woman, like Amazon woman, like 6'4", just like probably could kick anybody's ass. She did all the talking, and she was asking me questions, and she said, "We'll get back with you," and they did a couple of times
How?
in that bar.
So they only contacted you in the bar.
Yeah, and I called her a couple of times. I was supposed to go to some with her to, some ammunitions dump for weapons training west of Dickinson, North Dakota, and at this point, I'm getting scared. I'm like, "I don't know." I didn't trust anything. I was extremely paranoid, and I opted to not go, and I was a no-show, and then I saw her and another guy like, they were following me. I saw them in a grocery store. I went to rehab, and the guy just happened to be the guy who did all the laundry for the rehab center, and I was like, "What the fuck is
Was
going
that
on with all this?"
it sounds like there's more happening here. Is there any chance that after you applied at the CIA website that you already said you were drinking, that you went into the bar and maybe mentioned this to somebody? And then
That was, like, a
if
year later. I'd left Bismarck because I think we already talked about Judge Severin
yeah,
telling me to leave North
right,
Dakota.
right.
So I left and went back to Phoenix area, and I rode a bicycle everywhere, and I started drinking a lot. Well, not a lot, but I hung out at a bar that, like, police officers, off-duty police officers, and I may have said something, or they said something to me like, "CIA, we need," like they were,
And this is
"We
in
need."
Arizona now?
It's in Arizona now, so this is a year later, maybe. This shit's still going on.
Today?
No, 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 it petered away. Once I left Arizona, I moved
Okay,
to,
so that's years
Mont
ago. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, applying at the CIA website, I mean, I'm sure that appears on government sites. I'm not doubting that took place. The part that gets me, if there's more to this, this is okay. Conspiracy theory time. Ready? Here we go. This is what happens. You do that, you're already intoxicated. I mean, you're probably intoxicated when you maybe arrive at a bar, and you tell somebody that, and now, without you even knowing it, you just tipped off some group that maybe is perfectly willing to now start this elaborate thing around you to convince you that now somehow they're aware of this and they're there to check you out. And of course, the way this would have ended in one of these true crime movies is you go to that ammo dump and nobody sees you again. And
that's
you're
what I was worried about.
right. And somehow your whatever, your crypto or whatever you might have is also suddenly gone because they've also convinced you somehow to get that information through some kind of paperwork or maybe. But the fact that all of this contact took place in the bar, or at least the majority of it, and then they wanted you to leave the location, and even maybe, in fact, they were following you around. That would make sense there too.
Oh, I know they were.
Right. But why they would let you see them is kind of boggling because you're
Well,
thinking if they're.
I don't think they
How big's this town?
well, it's Bismarck, I don't know how
Okay,
big
so it's
that
not
is.
like you're in a town of 1,500 people where you're going to see everybody
Right,
every
it's
day.
a bigger town, and there's a federal building there,
Okay.
but
Well, I don't know.
I
You tried to
I
join the
think car
CIA. You try.
I tried to join, and
I think maybe
I
you
don't know
talked
if I
yourself into
fucked
some
it up, but
situation that
well,
potentially could
there's
have
a
gotten
like, I
wrong.
was taking a piss in a bar,
But how it
and
got to
this
Arizona?
guy what?
How it got to Arizona, though? We didn't even get that far. How did it get to Arizona? Maybe you told somebody in Arizona this whole tale, and that just happened to. Now, okay, this is a hard one, Troy, because then the guy is also the laundryman at the rehab after all this. After all this, not like it before. If he was before, that would make a lot of sense. This guy could have unethically, I mean, he's not really a counselor or anything, but perhaps he overheard something in recovery group or some session you were in while you were in the rehab.
I almost think he hung out at the recovery center just to collect information from all these people that were in trouble with the law because of drugs, and he was just there, like, eavesdropping while he's getting the laundry.
There's no telling at this point because without sounding, anybody listening can tell that there's hardly a clear picture of what's going on.
Well, I'm
But
still unclear about all of it, and
right,
I don't like
exactly.
to tell anybody
Right,
this story because it
right.
sounds like, "You're so full of shit, man."
Well,
But
the
I'm
thing
not,
is, regardless of whether you were intoxicated and how much this actually happened for you, the experience was real. So you have a memory of it as long as it didn't happen. Whether or not that's what was going on is a different thing. But regardless, the fact that there's these other weirdnesses, like the guy ends up working at the other place, and then we didn't even touch it. I think we can kill it at this point, unless you want to keep going. How it gets to Arizona?